Não. Huwag na maingay siya. Unstable. BTC dominance back to Hi guys, welcome to our live charting today. So let's start with BTC dominance. So I will be using Renko chart and a candlestick. For indicators, I will use divergence indicator and MACD. So for BTC dominance, I will use the candlestick since we have our BTC. Let me just, if you have watched my previous live videos, these are actually the three gaps. There is a gap that's already been filled at around 66 area. There's also another gap at around the 74 area, and the last gap at around 97 area. So the first gap around the 66 area was already been filled. So let's make it bigger. However, after it filled the gap, it pulled back a bit. And I think it will possibly retest and fill the second gap of around the 74 area. So let's see. I'm actually looking for line or the uptrend resistance area. So for this 97, let's just look into it after it fill this 74 area and break this strong resistance area also on this uptrend channel. So right now, since BTC dominance went down, it's actually an altcoin day. So if you look at the alts I'm looking at, Ethereum, LTC, XRP, Link, DOT, and others are mostly green, in a green territory. However, Bitcoin pulled back and down 96.02 points, or I mean dollars. Anyway, if you have some questions, feel free to ask in the live chat. So next is let's go to BTC USD. For today, I'll be using the bit stump and I will use the Renko chart. So BTC, where is it? Oh, here. I think I'll still have the same long-term view on BTC. So I'll just hide it and I'll make it bigger. So we have, I'm expecting a possible 3 scenarios. So the first one is a triangle. So this is, wait, let me just, so this is a triangle. And normally for triangles like that, or I mean for a triangle, we normally use or measure the height. And then put that after it break out. So I'll just copy that and then I will paste. So we'll just put it there. So this is my possible targets. I mean target. Oh, so around the 28,700. So this area. Oh, yellow. So let's change it to white. So that's my next possible target for BTC. However, before it move to that channel, I mean to that target, I'm expecting it to, of course, retest the 17,000 area and, of course, the all-time high of around close to 20,000 area. So after breakout, I'm expecting it to create a new all-time high at around 28,600 using this triangle pattern. So support I'm currently looking at is for each Renko chart, you can actually use that as support and resistance. But for this one, I'm looking at this area as a strong support area. The around 13,713. So which is the previous top here. Worst case, of course, it will retest this previous resistance, which will become support. So I think that's it. Now let's move on to the possible second scenario. But for me, I'm expecting it a triangle. Sorry. I will use the parallel channel. So this one. So there. So I'm expecting it to create a new all-time high around this resistance area. So, but before that, creating a new all-time high also, it needs to break out the same resistance I'm looking at, which is the 17,000 area, and the previous or the all-time high at around close to 20,000 area. So this is 19,200 area, or yeah, 19,666. So close to around 20,000. Depends on where it tried to retest this area, but yeah, I'm expecting at least a possible more than 22,000 area. So let's see. And support I'm looking at is we can actually use the middle line here in the parallel channel, but the strong support I'm looking at is still the same at around the 13,500 area or 13,600 area. So actually this is by using the Elliott wave. So I will use this one, the weekly Renko chart. So this is a long-term Renko chart or using the weekly time frame. So I will use this one. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Sorry. Let's just plot it first. So wave 1 should not wave 2 should not go beyond wave 1. And wave 3 is the longest. Normally it extends 1.618 of wave 2. So 1.618 is this area around the 30 or close to 30,000. And then the wave 4 is normally point 382. We will use the 382 as a retrenchment area, or that is around the previous high, possible previous high once it reached this new all-time high. So that's the around close to 20,000 area. And of course the wave 5. So I'll just use the sorry. I'll use again the 0.168. Oh, Oh, okay. You close it. So with the possible target of around the 47 area. So that's the this is the long-term trend I'm looking at. So let's see which of them. This is just of course prediction or expectation for BTC. But of course, expectations are can be or might not be with the actual prices. So next, let's move on to the daily chart or the short. So now let's move on to the shorter time frame, and we will use this time the candlestick. So normally I'm just trading the basic support resistance, trend line, and yeah, market action, price action using this candlestick. But recently I used Renko chart. I started using it this year, September 2020. So we'll just wait to load it. Currently for Bitcoin, I have no current position at the moment. Actually, I'm waiting for a breakout at, yeah, I just stop it. Oh, and for this one, we will also use, what's this? Um, the PWAP. So where it is there? There. So anyway, we will also use the divergence indicator and the MACD in our analysis for short term. So actually for using the candlestick and the Renko chart, they are almost the same. So if you look at it, that's actually a doji. This one. So a doji, sorry. So I mean this one. So this one is actually a doji. So we'll just use oh. So this one. Before, so that's the doji, and a doji is a neutral candle. So, however, the next or today's candle might possibly close lower. So let's see why is that. So currently, this is actually a possible a bearish divergence. Seems like I'm lagging. And here, this is the divergence indicator is actually going down while these two candles are going up. So at that area, there's already or it already formed a oh, where can we put it? hold here, or there. So there's already a bearish divergence at this area. So actually my last trade, if I'm not mistaken, is close to 16,000. That's I close my long position. But I close most of my trades at different prices. So currently I'm waiting for a possible reversal, or actually I'm waiting for an alarm to alert me, because currently at the moment I'm more bearish. That's my bias. And if this candle that will close tomorrow is a red, possibly it will retest this area, which is of course this area. There is actually also a doji here. So that's around the 13,800 area. So the resistance I'm looking at is of course the previous high or close, that's close to actually 16,000 area. So it needs to break the previous high for it to create a new high, year-to-date high. Aside from that, let's also try to form or use the parallel channel in this area. So as you can see, the basic is buy on support and sell on resistance. And of course, if it will break out, of course, it will create a possible new resistance or a new support. So seems like at this area, this is a strong resistance. Here is the previous resistance and now possibly also here. So I will expect it to pull back and possibly, of course, to retest this middle line or the orange line, or possibly this 13,000 area. If it breaks this 13,000 area, of course, possibly it will retest this area. So it depends where the candles try to retest this support area. But I'm looking at around the 11,500 area. However, that can also be adjusted depending on where the candle will try to retest this support trend area. So there, and yeah, if you look at the histogram of the MACD, it's actually forming a green. Wait, let's try to look for, actually this is not yet confirmed, but this is actually a possible bearish also. So this is big to small. However, it's not yet finished. So, and this is going up. So there is a possible bearish divergence. So yeah, actually I will wait for it to close this one. Today's candles, daily candle. If it closes at this area or red candlestick, I might possibly go short tomorrow after it closes. With of course a possible stop loss at the high of around this 15,900 68 or close to 16,000, and of course with a possible TP of 13,800. Let's see if that is a profitable short, if ever. However, I will wait for the daily candle to close. Oh, so let's just make it bigger. So this is around the 16,000 area. And this one is the around 13,800 area. So let me just entry price. Oh, it depends where it closed, but the profit area, the profit area is 13,000, around 13,800, and the resistance or stop loss around 16,000. So let's see. So that's a risk reward ratio of 3.26. Normally, I enter the trade when the risk reward ratio is at least 2. However, it will depend on my entry price tomorrow if this is a confirmed bearish candle. So let's see. And I normally have different TPs. I can have a TP, 50% TP here, and then another 50% TP at this area. Position is within the trend or within the market action, I normally adjust my stop loss so that I only have one option, which is to take or again when my TP got hit, or again when my stop loss got hit. But of course, if I'm not, or if my prediction is not with the market, I could possibly lose around 3.33% if I got stop out at 16,000 area. So let's see. Anyway, I will also try to use this one. Actually, we can also use this one, the VWAP, but we will use October 31 or the month end of October 31 to this month, November. Oh, so as you can see, the VWAP area is 14,900 area. So that's actually can also serve as a possible support area. Actually, you can also adjust it. Depends on the time frame you want to look at. But for the year to date, for the investors that have mostly invested starting this year, so let's use December 31. So their average is around the 9,448. So how to use this VWAP? If it crossed and it's going up, if it crossed above this VWAP, it's actually a buy. So this is a long buy. So if you buy there, yeah, I just actually use this one. Or actually, I just saw this VWAP today. So let's just use that. Yeah, I'll just try to measure it. But I did not use it yet in my actual trade. Oh, so if you use that and you enter at this area, yeah, that's a possible 91% gain. So there, because Actually, I think I said it last or yesterday that most of my trades are actually long. I also do short, but at a very minimum size or very minimal size only. So yeah, I think that's it. So let's just use the November area there, which is the around the 14,400 area. Actually, you can also use it in a shorter time frame. So for the daily, yeah, I'll just wait for it to close. But if you're scalping, you can use the shorter time frame. Before I'm actually using 1 minute candles. I mean 1 minute time frame, but now, yeah, I normally use this one because actually I have three accounts in BTC, the platform that I use in trading futures. I have one for scalp trades, one for swing trades, and also one for medium or medium term trades. So normally that's medium term is less than 1 year because I trade futures, time-based futures, which are the long one, which is 6 months, expiring 6 months. So there, if you have some questions, just feel free to ask. So anyway, currently I have no long position, or I mean, I have no position at the moment. I will wait for it to close there. And another, I will also share my another strategy. Yeah, I adjust my stop loss if my expectation are materializing. So there, so that at least I can only have one option to take or to get stop out at a gain and also to hit my TP at a gain. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I'll just share later my current portfolio. Current portfolio. No, actually, I also have a trading journal. But not, but sometimes I did not post in there. I tend to forget, especially when I'm scalping. So now let's move on to Ethereum. So for Ethereum, actually I have a current long position. Wait, let me share it. So this is my current position that I have screenshot around, what's that? Around 8:26 p.m. GMT plus 8. So this is, as you can see, I have a red, which is the BBAX. This is actually an altcoin index. As what I've mentioned a while ago, altcoins are actually, I think I bought it at a higher price, and altcoins are going down from what I'm bought it. So, oh, sorry. So that's actually, I'm currently down 40 percent, and I have a long position in Ethereum Perpetual LTZ Z20 expiring December 25 and XMR also expiring December 25. I think I did not share or screenshot my other uh, BitC account because this one is for scalp. Mm, I think I also no. This one is for the next 6 months. I will close it at the end of the year, or actually that should be December 25 because this is, I think, expiring December 25. So there, I think the scalp, yeah, I normally don't post the scalp because it's short, very shorter time frame or short time frame. So now let's move on to, yeah, I'll just alarm it to, yeah, I'll just alarm it later. Anyway, let's move on to Ethereum. Normally, most of my trades are actually BTC, majority of it, and then Ethereum futures and Litecoin futures. Currently, I also trading this one, the Monero or XMR. So maybe I'll just put it here. Yeah, but this is just a small position. Oh, it's very, what's that? It's lagging. Anyway, I'll just move it later. And let's just analyze this one, Ethereum. I actually today I've added at $450 because I'm also averaging in trading futures. So there. So let me just remove it and I will use the Renko chart here. Yeah, we can also actually also use the candlestick. But currently I love using the Renko chart. Though for free subscription like me, we can only use the higher time frame, 1 day, weekly, and monthly. Yeah, we cannot use the shorter time frame, hours and minutes or seconds. So anyway, this but however, as trader, despite that limitation, we should be flexible. So we could yeah, I think um, we should adjust also to whatever is available. Because actually for trading, we are just started using it last year, 2019. I think around July. And then though I started in cryptocurrency October 2016. So on that October 2016 to around July 2019, I'll just use I'm just using the exchange chart. And normally in exchange chart, they are or they have candlestick. So actually, this is what I'm expecting for Ethereum. From its uptrend or to its high around the 1,400, it formed or on a long-term downtrend area, and currently now at 464 area. So actually, my TP here are different. I have a TP1 at this area around the 400 something. I have another TP at 500 area and I have another TP at 550. So let me just share it with you that about that. Oh, the internet is very slow. So of course, this is my first TP area, the around or the first resistance I'm looking at, the 486 area. Of course, as I mentioned a while ago, I'm adjusting the stop loss. So, however, the strong, very strong support I'm looking at is, of course, this area, the 328. But as what I've mentioned, this or each Renko chart can also serve as support and resistance. So, currently, it's trading at 464. So, short term, this 459.27 is the support area. So this one. So actually, you can also use this as support and resistance. Let me just, I think Bitcoin is already trending higher. So wait, let's just check this one. Because that one is, oh, it's already, this 15,000 or blue dotted line is already the support area, short-term support area, if you're scalping. So next is, yeah, let's go back here in Ethereum. So I think as you can see, most of my analysis are actually the basic because yeah, I just normally trade using the candles, the basic support resistance, trend line, and if I see some consolidation and breakout. So, and of course, always manage risk because as trader, we should also be flexible. Oh, sorry. I think I'm lagging or this internet, our internet is very slow. Anyway, so this is actually the, so as what I've said a while ago, my first TP area or the resistance area I'm looking at is of course the 486. Once it's break this year-to-date high of 486, I'm expecting it to trade around this area or around the 500 levels. So sorry. So possibly, of course, this area, actually it's more than 500, but I just use the 500 area as my second TP in my own position, in my own long position. So there, and yeah, it could possibly break the long-term downtrend, which is of course more bullish. So I think the Bitcoin, yeah, wait, let's just go back to Bitcoin. Oh, what I use here is the triangle, but it breaks that area. So normally, if it breaks the long-term downtrend, it's also a long-term downtrend here, and then it break out. So once Ethereum break out that 500 area or the long-term downtrend, I will be more long-term bullish on it. So let's see how it goes to Ethereum. And then the next one is might around the 550 area. So yeah, but actually it depends where this candles will, or I mean Renko chart will retest. But of course, I'm looking at, let's just use this area. We'll just measure that upon after it breakout. But more or less, of course, greater than 500 or close to 600 area. So I think that's it for Ethereum. For we can actually also use this one so that we'll know this the average price of traders for the month of November. We'll just use September 31 to November. Anyway, I will use this candlestick so that I can point it to October 31. Oh, sorry. Our internet is very slow. Anyway, so let me just check it. Actually, I did not know volume, I mean the VWAP. So let me also check it. Let's all see what's the volume or the VWAP. We can actually use that as support and resistance also. So yeah, there. So where is it? So there, for the month of November, I mean for this month until November 7. So that's average of around 427 area. Actually, I think this is my close. Oh, I think my um I bought at I bought some long position at or I opened a contract at around 400. I add at 430 and I also add at 450 area. So anyway, this is the average. So actually, how to trade it if it cross up? So this is more a bullish, but if it cross down, so more bearish. So anyway, let's also try to look at the average year to date. So we will extend this to December 31. So that at least we'll know where most of the traders are or what's their average. So this for that around 266 area. So most of Ethereum holders, I mean most of the Ethereum who bought possibly of course at a gain. So let me just control Z and so that it will yeah. Naka-open tayo. Okay. So yeah, where am I? Yeah, most of the traders are for this year Ethereum holders, or I mean Ethereum who bought this year average around 266. So most of them, I mean, yeah, most of them are at a profit. But if you use the lower time frame, which is the November only, average is 427. So we can actually use that as a possible support area. Oh, so there you go, guys. If you have some questions, yeah, just feel free to ask. I will change it again to Renko chart. Yeah, because the key thing here is for it to break this long-term downward channel, though short-term uptrend channel. So let's see if it will break this area or failed or it will reject this area. So let's see. But though I already have a possible next TP at around 550. So I'm expecting it to break this long-term downtrend area. So anyway, let's see. I'm adjusting my stop loss anyway. So whatever happens, yeah, I will take or possibly got stop out at a gain. But of course, as traders, or I mean, our goal is, of course, to have a consistent profit. But consistent profit does not necessarily mean it's all positive. As traders, we all have a positive or a gain and, of course, a loss. So there, I think I did not use the divergence indicator. Oh, yeah, this one. Actually, let me also add another thing. Aside from it Oh, it actually have a different VWAP using the Renko chart, 421. But anyway, it's close to 420 area. So I think that we'll just use that. So another thing is this one. It's getting lighter and could possibly create a green histogram here. So a green histogram is normally positive or going higher. So like for example, this one, the darker green side. But the lighter one is actually that start to correct or go down. So I'm expecting it to really trend higher using the MACD. So next is what else? Also this one, the divergence indicator is also trending higher. So the next resistance or the resistance I'm looking at is, oh, there at this area, which is the around the 60, I mean the 73 area. But as you can see, there is also a hidden bearish there at around the 68.79. Actually, sometimes I also use that, or we can also use that. So depends on the situation. So let's see if it will break this out or reject. So anyway, my bias for Ethereum is more on bullish. So next, that could possibly retest the previous high of around 485. Breakout to that level could possibly retest around 500 area. And once it break that 500 area, Ethereum is already um, breakout at a long-term downtrend channel. And yeah, of course, with that, I'm more bullish after it breaks or reach 500 area. So let's see how it goes. Next, let's move on to Litecoin. Oh, MG. Anyway, I think my internet is very slow. Anyway, oh, let's just close this one. And what else? This one. So next is Litecoin. I will use again the Renko chart. So there, if you're scalping, actually, as what I've said, you can use this blue dotted line as support and resistance. So there's possible projected bullish Renko chart forming that could possibly retest this area around the 66 area or the high of around the 68.5. So actually, I have also a long position here with a TP area at that level, the 68 area. So now let's Anyway, in futures, I normally settle it whatever is the crypto settlement, because you can settle it in, like for example, in Litecoin, you can actually settle it in USDT or in fiat, stable coins, or Litecoin itself, and of course BTC. So normally, if I'm trading Litecoin, my settlement mode is also Litecoin. But if I trade Ethereum, my settlement mode is Ethereum. So I never settle in USD or in stable coins. So anyway, because yeah, for me, I'm still more long-term bullish. Anyway, this is actually a long-term downtrend or in a triangle also. In a triangle and currently at downtrend. So this one actually we can also use this as long-term downtrend after it reach this high of around this area 400 levels, 420 levels. So they are actually almost the same as Ethereum. They're still within the long-term downtrend area. So let's see. Well, anyway, since this is a triangle, let me just check the possible long-term target. If ever it breaks this um, area. However, it's not yet near the apex because yeah, I think let's just wait for it to break this area. So for now, we will not measure it at the moment. So maybe when the time comes that it breaks this area. So let's just focus on the short-term trend. So this is it. So actually within the long-term channel and short also forming or at the short-term a downtrend channel. And then yeah, currently in an uptrend. So let's see if it breaks this resistance area. Currently at resistance already using this short-term downtrend area. So yeah, let's see if it breaks that and could possibly retest the next Renko chart or around this area, around the 68 area. Actually, that's also my TP area. I think that's not the 65 area. I think that's 66. I mean 68 area. So there, that's actually also my TP area. So yeah, let's see. So I'm expecting it to break out this downtrend channel. After it break that area, possibly, of course, retest this long-term downtrend resistance. So yeah, for now, yeah, which is possibly um, possibly around the 100 levels. So it depends where the Renko chart is. So yeah, on a conservative note, we'll just use at least 100 area. Or yeah, actually we can actually use this one. Yeah, this one. We can use this area as a possible next resistance within the long-term downtrend channel. And of course, the support I'm looking at is this area around the 43 area. So I think that's it. We'll just hide some. So yeah, let's see. It's so let's look at the MACD. It's actually going up. I mean, big to small, and could possibly create a green histogram, which is, yeah, the first half is more bullish, and the next half or the lighter half is more bearish, like for example this one. But of course, it's also a case to case basis. So let's see. Actually, I'm expecting it to um, break out the resistance area. So anyway, let's see. So using this divergence indicator, RSI is at uh, 57. So yeah, and trending higher. So I'll expect it to move higher or possibly retest this area around the 66 area. We have a hidden bearish at a 61 area. So let's see. Anyway, since I think I bought a Litecoin at a lower price, or when I mean I open a futures position at a low price. So after it breaks this 66 area, I could possibly go another long. So I'll just do that after it break this out. So let's see, with a possible target of at least this area around the 100 area. So yeah, I'll just measure that when it finally break this out, the year-to-date high of around 68 area. So I think that's it. If you have some comments, questions, and feedback, yeah, you can type in the live chat. So what else? Oh, anyway, I forgot. I also have XMR. Yeah, I already checked Litecoin. Yeah, I just checked. Yeah, I just finished it. What's TIP? Well, let's try to look that. TIP. So as what I've mentioned, normally I just trade the major ones, the BTC, Ethereum, and Litecoin. But I also hold some other alts. What's the CSET? I think TIP. What's that? TIP. Oh, there's a lot of TIP. TIP what? This one. TIPI shares. Oh, this one. The ETF. Let me just look the long-term trend using the weekly chart. Weekly Renko chart. Oh, it formed a, actually that's a breakout from this area. We'll just look at the weekly chart first and then before we go to a shorter time frame. So let's also, but there's an accumulation area here or consolidation area before it retests the previous top around this 123 area. So now since it break out, we can actually use the what's that? The fib. Oh wait, let me just check if there's a trend first. OMG. Our internet is slow. Anyway. So there and another here. Let's just create a, oh, so actually it will possibly retest this resistance area, but that is using the weekly time frame. So it depends where the Renko chart will try to retest this, but yeah, we can actually we add some more and we'll use the fib. So from its low to before it break out. I mean at breakout or at the what's this? At this one. Yeah, before or at breakout. So I will uncheck the reverse. Oh, I did not add the point 312. But actually possibly that's close to point 1.618, which is around the 132 area. So this area, because currently this is the Renko chart, and yeah, actually that's the minimum, at least 132 area, because of course if you this one at least the 132, because if you move it, of course that will be higher. So I think normally I use the 1.618 as a possible next resistance area, and it also jive with this possible resistance within our long-term uptrend channel. So anyway, let's look at the daily time frame. Oh, BTC is going down. Anyway, currently I have no open position anyway. So OMG, very slow. Anyway, this one is the previous. On the weekly, this is the both top and the top. So on a daily time frame using this one, I'll just use this shorter time frame. which is now possibly at, wait, let me just show. It can still actually form another bearish Renko chart, but it's already at support area. So possibly a ascending triangle that could possibly trend within or trade within this area before it break out, possibly there or break down. So let's see. Um, but for this one, since yeah, I think the basic is buy at support and sell at resistance. Yeah, for me, I might possibly test buy here because I also do averaging anyway. So I might possibly test buy here, and if it holds, of course, I will wait at this area around more or less the, of course, it will retest the previous high of around this area, around 128 area. That could possibly my next or my TP area. So anyway, let's just measure that if that is profitable. If I go long, because there's already one Renko chart that possibly might form. So I will just use that. And on a conservative note, of course, I will use the previous high as a resistance or TP area. I don't want it to very optimistic and put it at this area, more than 130 area or 129. So possibly that's a risk reward ratio of 5 point something. So that's a possible target or profit of 1.58 area, but I could possibly lose around 0.30%. Yeah, but on the profit, actually my risk reward ratio is 5, but normally when I trade, I actually use leverage. So I don't know if there is a leverage on this. If there is, yeah, I might possibly trade. But if there is none, I think 1.58%. Yeah, well, it also depends on the trader, but yeah. But for me, if ever there's no leverage, yeah, I might possibly pass. Yeah, maybe because I'm also a high risk, high risk. Anyway, yeah, it's also depends on the trader. But when I started, yeah, I think I already mentioned it before that I started buying Bitcoin around October 2016, and I started buying it around under $1 or 20 pesos in our local currency. So anyway, yeah, I think 1%, yeah, it's a case to case basis. But at least if you gain, yeah, good for the trader himself. Yeah, it really depends on the trader's plan. Anyway, let's try to look on the this one, the candlestick. Oh, I forgot to check on the other indicators. Let me just check on it. Oh, possibly bullish, and this one, yeah, actually might possibly find a good support at this area. So which is already close. And if you can see this one, the hidden bullish is at 58.52, the previous one. So currently the RSI is at 45.8. 87. So yeah, I might possibly test buy. But on the rewards, yeah, actually I'm 50-50 on the rewards. But on my trading strategy, no. Yeah, but it's a case to case basis anyway. So yeah, I think that's it for it. Now let's move on and check on the candles. Not a histogram. Actually almost the same. MACD forming a, it's actually a possible bullish divergence. Let me, using the MACD, it's big to small, and then it's actually going down. And here, actually, there's still possible downside because the RSI is at 34.91. The hidden bullish is supposedly is at 33.85 area. So just more or less one. So yeah, still the same. I think I will test buy. I will test buy if the return is rewarding. However, the 1% that I have said a while ago, maybe that will discourage me from trading it. The possible, what's that? Rewards. So let me just check. Oh, let's check the possible support here, or I mean cut loss area. Oh, yeah, I remember it's at all-time high. So this is, so for me, I will use this one as a possible cut loss area. And this one as a possible TP area. There's actually a doji around here, the 126 area before the all-time high of around that 127 area. But of course, I will wait for the confirmation of this before I go long. There's, oh, sorry. There's actually a doji and then gap down. So it might possibly continue to go lower. However, there's already a bullish divergence for possibly forming. So just watch out if this support holds the 124 area. Anyway, let's look at the shorter time frame. I don't want to trade it using the daily time frame. So let's look at a more possible, a better scenario. Because I'm looking at a strong support base. So actually even here, I will look for the 30 minutes time frame. Okay. And let's try to look at it. Oh, at this area, it's actually forming a support area at this 124 area. So possibly it might bounce, but if you're scalping, let or at least let or I mean enter the trade after a bullish candle here, because I think this is already a possible strong support base. So wait for the next candle to form. Anyway, let's look at the 15 minutes. I'll just look at the 15 minutes time frame. Yeah, there. Possibly, yeah. I think possibly it will bounce already using this 50 minutes time frame. Because of course, my support area is at this area around this 124.97 or close to 125. So yeah, and possibly my TP area at this area around the 120, 125 also, 125 point something. Anyway, let's me check. Yeah, possible profit of 0.50% using the 15 minutes time frame, and the possible loss of 0.06%. Yeah, but this one, the risk reward ratio for me is okay, 7.88, but the 0.5% possible TP, yeah, of course it depends if there's a leverage. If there is none, yeah, I will not trade this one. So I think that's it. Possibly I might go long at um at a maximum leverage. Don't know if you got a chance for BCH. Let me finish first the USD COP. What's the USD COP? I think that's Forex. And then after that, we'll go to BCH. Sorry. USD. USD COP. What's that? Oh, USD. Oh, COP. Oh, Colombian peso. So we will use the daily time frame. What's the wait. Let me just check the weekly time frame. So this is the whole chart. Okay. Oh, I think it seems like it's already at or close to possible support area. But this is a weekly time frame. We'll just look at it later using the daily time frame. So there. Let me just adjust it if ever. So I will just adjust it a bit. BCH, Bitcoin Cash anyway. Next Next is Bitcoin Cash after this. It's like a 50-50 area. So anyway, there. It's on the uptrend channel. However, it's currently at the middle of that channel. Normally, I don't trade the middle. I just trade the extremes. So let's check if this is even here, because it could also serves as a possible support area. And then there is another there. If this holds, because as you can see, this is the previous support area. However, it could actually break this down. There's a lot of, because that is how many, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 bearish candles. Since it's a 5 bearish candle, actually I will wait for it to, I will wait for the reversal. But anyway, let's just move and check the lower time frame, the 3 hours time frame.
Umulan.
Buhatin nyo.
Wait, hindi siya mag-dagat. Lakas kasi sila. Ay, nakala na. Hindi siya nakakali. Eh di,
Ay, paano ba? Ano ba
eh di, dali siya.
So anyway, let's get back. Using the 3 hours time frame, actually still trending lower. That could possibly retest this possible 3,664. So I think at the moment I'd rather wait at this area. This is more on scalp since this is a shorter time frame. Because I'm already late. Because this is the resistance area. I might go short at this area because at this area the risk reward might not be that attractive. So for me personally, it's a no trade zone at the moment. So I'll just wait for the confirmation or a reversal, or I mean a strong support base before I go long, because you already short. I'm already, yeah, I think the opportunity to short is already over. So I think that's just it. Anyway, that's already the 3 hours time frame. Let's go back to the daily. Yeah, I'll better wait for the confirmation of a strong support area, this area. Actually almost close, but because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 bearish candle, so yeah, it might possibly break this area or hold. So yeah, I'd rather wait at the moment, though it's already possibly close to a support area. So yeah, I think that's it for USD Colombian peso. And now let's move on to Bitcoin Cash BCH USD. So I will use Coinbase. Oh, there's red, almost all red. Anyway, for this one, let me try to use the Renko chart here. And let's check the long-term time frame. Because actually I'm not trading Bitcoin Cash. Oh, really this is the trend of Bitcoin Cash? Almost at low? Oh, that's the trend. OMG. So it's actually a long-term downtrend. I haven't tried trading it, but at the high of 4,200, and then from there, just trending lower. That's the weekly time frame. Anyway, yeah. At long-term downtrend, and currently, as you can see, that's still a bearish Renko chart and could possibly retest the previous support around this area. that that's the week, and that's also a solid Renko chart here. So it might possibly retest. The resistance I'm looking at is this area around the 481 using this weekly Renko chart. But let's go to the daily Renko chart. Oh, what happened? Just loading, and let's see. Oh, there is some adjustment, I think. There. I think we can just use that. The same trend. Oh, at least here, using the daily Renko chart, oh, there's already a bullish Renko chart. So let's see. Let me just make it bigger. I'm checking there. Okay, that is going up. Already going up at that area. So this one is flat, or which is the support area. And after that is a bullish Renko chart. And then here, it retests that support area and it bounced. So I think from here, I'm expecting a possible higher trend, or it will possibly go up. So the next resistance, or I mean the resistance I'm looking at is at this area. I don't know if this is the previous high, but you can see this is the top. It's a solid Renko chart, and some of it are just the week. But I will use that as a possible next, or at the resistance area. And currently it's trading at 262.42 area. So for this one, I will the 273.60, or the blue dotted line here, serves as resistance, short-term resistance area. So you can alarm it once it form a bullish Renko chart at 274 area before going long. Because actually at this moment, it's possibly will retest the shorter, or the low of these Renko charts. So actually that's actually the same as Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken. So at the moment I have no current BTC position, because I'm waiting for my alarm to alert me. So yeah, I think that's it. Just alarm it at 274, and if it alerts you, then possibly I will go long. So let me check if that happens. This is my, and this will be my What's the low of this one? Oh, the low of this one is 259. But at the moment, it's more conservative to go long after it reach the 274 area. Because it at the moment it can continue actually to trend lower. Anyway, let's look at the other indicator. So trade after it went up a bit to 274 area. Oh, it's actually forming a possible bullish MACD or histogram using the MACD, and it's also trending higher. So yeah, I think however it's possibly forming a bearish Renko chart. So I might possibly test buy at these levels and then another test buy after it hit the 274 alarm area. So normally when I trade cryptocurrencies, I do averaging. So it depends. Yeah, most of my trades are actually crypto futures, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and some time-based futures. So, because around possibly 21.78 possible TP. Because if it will try to retest that, that will not be a profitable trade. Oh, so let me just check what's happening. BTC might be trending lower. Oh, 360 area. So most of them are now on the green side. Or I mean red. Sorry. So for this one, yeah, I think because of the trend is on the bearish, might possibly wait. Because the overall sentiment of the market is they are dumping at the moment. Anyway, let's look at the candlestick. Because I don't know if Bitcoin Cash trades same as Bitcoin. Because I haven't traded Bitcoin Cash yet. Oh, look at this one. A possible bearish on the daily time frame using the candlestick. That's actually a possible bearish actually, or might possibly be a doji. So let's see. So for me, yeah, if you look at it, this is using the candlestick. This is the resistance area and it reached it, however, it failed to break out. So yeah, I think it will possibly retest this short-term support area around the 239. So for me, it's a no trade zone for me at the moment. I will finish this candle. I mean today's candle, which will close tomorrow morning. Because so let me check on the there. Wait. This is, it's not yet finished, but this is a possible abolish using the MACD. However, a long week, I don't usually trade it. And it already, and for me, it seems like it resists at this area. So I'd rather wait at this area, the 237 area. So this is the daily time frame. I'd rather wait here. Or it depends if this daily candle will break this 274 area before I go long, or I will buy. Yeah, because this one is actually almost the same as this one. Oh wait, let me copy it and then paste. So this one, that's the week. It break out, but then after that it retest this support area. So I'm expecting it could possibly retest this 239 area. So at the moment, possibly it's a no trade zone for me, same like BTC. Anyway, let's look at the possible risk reward. Because for me, I will wait at breakout. So that's the possible scenario. And yeah, I will use this one as a stop loss area. This area. This one. So that's a possible risk reward ratio of 2.86. So I might possibly, for me, it's better to wait at breakout at this area, the 274, or I mean the 275 area. Is that 275? Yeah, 274 something. So yeah, I think that's it. This one's alarms me, the wick. Because if I will go short, might possibly a not rewarding trade. So let me check. If I go short at this area, this is my stop loss and my TP. So that's a risk reward ratio of 1.4. It's a no trade zone for me at that scenario. I'd rather wait at breakout before I go long. So I think that's it for uh, Bitcoin Cash. No trade zone for me at the moment. So I think there is it. The Bitcoin Cash. So if you have some other comments or chart requests, please feel free to type in the live chat, else I will end this live stream. Oh, let me just check this one also. And set my alarm. That is 14,900. I put the 15,500 because yeah, that's the resistance. So I'm expecting it to move higher. However, it failed to move higher and I failed to go short. So I'll just wait at the next, oh, sorry. This one, 14,900 area. So let's see if that holds. Oh, there. Oh, oh, what's stopping? Ah, because, oh, there you go. It's now active. And as you can see, that's actually a doji. And if this is a confirmed bearish chart, I might possibly go short tomorrow after it close. And of course, with a possible cut loss at 15,900, 15,000 around 15,977.67 or maybe 15,980, and then with a possible TP at this area. I think I will use this one around the 13,600 area. So let's see. I don't like this doji, and yeah, a doji and then a possible bearish is possibly a more a bearish trend. So yeah, let's see. Currently, I have no open position in BTC. So yeah, let's see. Oh, let's look at the. I'm looking at the BTC again. Anyway. Oh, it need to hold at this area, else possibly retest this 14,000. So yeah, let's see if it failed to hold at this area. And possibly this one. Oh, my entry is, yeah, my entry there, and I will use this one. So yeah, I'll just wait for, I'll just wait for my alarm anyway. So let's see how it goes for BTC. What's this? Oh, scalping strategy for cryptocurrencies. Actually, for cryptocurrencies, I normally use 3 hours and 30 minutes for scalping. So for it, actually, I'm using the Bollinger Band as my indicator and the divergence indicator. I normally trade the extremes. This one, possibly, yeah. However, I failed to open a short position at this area. I'll just hide it and then the background. Oh, so using this one 30 minutes time frame, I might possibly go long because it's already outside the Bollinger Band. And then I'll just wait for it to go inside the band. And let me just check the other indicator. Actually, there is a possible hidden divergence. A possible hidden divergence if this holds. So as I mentioned, for cryptocurrencies, I normally use the maximum leverage, but with proper position size. Normally my, come again? If like for example, the amount is, I just use collateral at least, at most 1%. So that my liquidation is zero if I go long. But if I go short, there is an automatic liquidation price. So I actually did not exceed that 1% of my amount to be traded. Because there are some traders that are normally very much aggressive, and yeah, they failed to protect their capital, and if they got liquidated, yeah, another capital. So yeah, anyway, I also got liquidated before. Yeah, I think that's part of learning. So yeah, this is actually a possible bullish divergence in a 30 minutes time frame. This is possible hidden bullish divergence using this 30 minutes time frame, and it's already trading outside this Bollinger Band, because the lower Bollinger Band is 15,344 point. It's changing around 15,343 area, and BTC is trading at 15,263 area. So I normally test buy at this area, and then if it goes lower more, I will make another buy, and then I'll just wait for it. Of course, I will post a stop loss and of course my TP area. Markets, usually I uh, use market stop, and normally this is just the indicators that I use, but for scalping, yeah, I can actually trade just using the candles, because before, yeah, as what I've mentioned, I'm trading using the 1 minute time frame. But I think I'd rather choose the higher time frame, which is the minutes, 30 minutes and 3 hours. And this is also a big to small. So a possible bullish scenario. So there. Oh, anyway, actually I can watch this. I can watch this. So maybe next time I'll try to open a, what's that? What's they call this? Public account, and let's try to trade using, trade using a Bitsy platform. Actually, I'm using Bitsy platform because I'm working as team manager in BTC Philippines and the BTC main itself. But aside from that, I'm also using other platforms. I also have an account in PrimeXBT, Binance, Qcoin, and other exchanges. Diversified also, diversified exchanges. Actually, I also have in OKEX. However, at the moment, they freeze withdrawal. So, yeah, when they open it, I'll just withdraw it. So, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, it's getting. For BTC, actually, I have three main accounts. I have one for scalping, one for a swing, and one for more on medium term, which is at least 1 year to 6 months to 1 year. So there, I will wait for it to close. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Could possibly retest this even lower if ever. So let's see if this holds because it's already outside the Bollinger Band and it's big to small using this MACD histogram. And there is a possible hidden bullish divergence. And RSI is already at 30.47. So which is already below the hidden bullish. So I'm expecting a possible reversal on the, yeah, just scalping. Anyway, let's see. I might possibly test buy here and another possible test buy here if ever goes lower at this 15,000 area. Because I think I showed last time. No, that's not a live trading anyway. Just a posting of trades using the testnet. So what happened to my, oh, this one. So since it's go down, yeah, I might get stop out. Wait, there. It's already at 441. So my stop out already triggered. So anyway, normally for weekends, yeah, I just normally less trade versus weekdays. All red already. Anyway, That's and that's part of trading. As a trader, we always have gains and losses. There's no such thing as all gains or all losses. It's a combination of both. But of course, the bottom line is for us to have a consistent profit. I think that's the most goal, of course, of the traders to have a consistent profit. Because if you cannot make that consistent profit, it's I think you need to learn more. Actually, I'm also continuously learning also and exploring. Because before, as what I've mentioned, I'm using the 1 minute time frame, and yeah, I think it's better to use a more higher time frame. That's why I just make a setup of 30 minutes, 3 hours, and then the higher time frame, which is the daily, weekly, and the monthly. So there it's actually um, at least getting back inside this Bollinger Band. And there is a possible hidden bullish divergence, and RSI is already below the hidden bullish. So let's see if that holds. Possibly, if ever, if not, it will not hold at this area, possibly this area. However, my alarm is at 15,500. Oh, it should alert me. Why it's not? 15,500. Oh, I think I put it after it went down at 15,500. So anyway, I missed the possible short. Anyway, most traders, of course, you cannot ride all the possible profitable trades. So for me, I just concentrate on three pairs: BTC, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And I settle it. If BTC, I settle it in BTC. If I trade Ethereum, I settle it in Ethereum. And if I trade LTC, I also settle it in LTC. I did not settle any futures trade in USDT or in stable coins or fiat. Wait, let's check. Oh, actually, we can use this one also. The BWAP. Actually, I have never tried this one, but yeah, I'll try to use this one in my next trades. So there, it crossed below, so it's a short. It failed to break. Another short. Here it break out, but it failed to sustain the upward momentum. So another short. Yeah, I think let me try this one. The BWAP seems like interesting one. So yeah, let's see. Hopefully, yeah, it will increase my hopefully it will increase my profitability trades. Anyway, most of my trades I post it in my own trading journal, but when I'm scalping, yeah, I think it is time consuming for me to post and post. So yeah, this is normally the swing and the medium term trades. So I think that's it. I think it will hold. Yeah, I think so. But look at this VWAP. If this will fail to break at this area, another possible short. Actually, that's also the resistance using this area. Because, yeah, go long if it breaks and cross over above this or cross over this VWAP above this one. But if it failed and cross below it, yeah, it's time to short. So which is what happened at this area. So and it's normally look at the wick. This is the wick. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's the wick. And there. Oh, we go to, I think that's 30 minutes. Yeah, and look at it. It's a possible, a bullish candle. So copy and then paste. So, oh, so if we go long here, that's already a possible, yeah, because I mentioned a while ago, possibly it will go back within this Bollinger Band. Oh, what happened? It, oh, let me just change it. Why it's getting that? So there, a possible 0.95 or, oh, no, not yet because it's just here. So a possible 0.77% times 100. So that's, yeah, anyway, it depends on the platform that you're using. So that's a possible 77 percent times 100. Really, that's a possible 77%. Ah, yeah. Yeah, because I use swing trades. Anyway, yeah, there you go. I think it will just, yeah, TP when happy, of course. For scalp, normally, of course, smaller gains, they will close already the position. So I think you should also set aside your a profitable or the percentage you're happy with when you're scalping. So I think that's the 77%. If you're using 500, I mean 100 times leverage is already good in my opinion. So yeah, I think it will continue there. And yeah, just adjust it to at least this area so that if it reverses, then of course you still have the gain. Stop loss, I mean stop out at a gain. So there. Maybe I'll try to show it sometimes during our next live charting. I'll try to make a live trading using my public account. I'll just create one. So there. Wow. I should have traded it. Anyway. And what else? This one. What we use is just the 30 minutes time frame. So possibly, yeah, it will retest this one, and yeah, if it break out, go long, but if it failed, go short again. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think I'll try this one next time. This BWAP in my scalping also. So, cause normally I just use this one. I just use the candlestick in trading. But if ever I use the indicators, the divergence indicator, Bollinger Band, and yeah, I think that's the two major ones that I use. There. I think that's it, guys. Do you have other questions? Good. Are you using you're using in MaxD? Which settings you use? Oh, the MACD. Actually, for MACD, I learned it from CryptoHood because we sponsor him. Yes, actually, this is just the default. However,
One.
I hide the MACD and the signal line because I will just use this. What's this? Histogram in spotting the possible long or short. What's this? If I something. And it's already trending higher. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's see. I think 0.77%, or that's if you're using 100 times leverage and 77%, I think that's already a good trade. Yay. So now already at 100% net TP. I think that's already good. 100% TP. Wow, I failed. I failed. I did not trade it. Anyway, maybe next time. So in trading, yeah, just make the basic. I normally just use the basic, the support, resistance, trend, and yeah, just whatever chart available. Of course, for all trading platforms, normally candlestick, Hikinashi, and the rest of the candles. But for TradingView, they have added a less noise candles, which I also use sometimes. The Renko chart, line break, the Kagi, and point and figure. So just use whatever chart is that fits you. But of course, for me, the best still is, especially for scalping, is of course the candlestick. Just the default. Just the default settings, but I hide MACD and signal line. So anyway, guys, if you have some other questions, just feel free to ask. And to all my fellow Filipino watching out there, You can also join Poor Trader in Telegram. I mean, it's actually welcome to all, but most of the topics there are actually Philippine Stock Exchange. And yeah, since I'm more on crypto, I'm posting sometimes some crypto related there. What are the others? Let me just take a look. One 48. For scalping, also always watch out for the wicks and also the dojis. Normally, that's just one of my main indicator using the candlestick trading only. So like that. Possibly. There. Okay. Anyway. Actually seems like a flag, a possible flag, if ever. Possible 17,000. Let's see. Depends if it breaks this area. But for Bitcoin, I'm more holder, holder, holder and trader. Yeah, because I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart a while ago. I mean the Bitcoin something, this one. Just the stats from what's it? I think the source of this is this blockchain.com. So I just look at the ownership by time held. So I'm a holder, 1 year plus, cruisers 1 to 12 months, and traders less than 1 month. So I'm both a holder and a trader. So there, yeah. I'm just also answering my questions. So anyway, what else? This one, yeah. And if you look at the BTC addresses with balance, it's actually currently 33.08 million addresses, and it's the trend is going up. So I'm a long-term bullish. And what else? Yeah, I think that's it. And anyway, this is my financial assets portfolio. Majority of it are, or in percentages, are 75% in cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin ETH LTC, and some other alts. And then uh, I also trade commodities. I use Prime XBT, and the collateral there, or the deposit is BTC also. So that's also included there for trading commodities and global indices. So that's part of that. And I have some in cooperative, because it's a higher interest than the banks. And I also entered the Philippine stock market last March 25 after the global dump. I think because the lowest of PSEI is March 19. So I just do some computation before I go and enter the stock market. And that's, yeah, a few days after. So March 25, that's the date when I entered the Philippine stock market, which is 15% of my total portfolio. Actually, the capital came from, of course, my trades in cryptocurrencies, commodities, and global indices. And I have cash in bank, which is less than 1%. Actually, I'm planning to add some REIT. Um, I should have add Ayala REIT, but I failed to read the prospectus. So yeah, no REIT at the moment. So that's the 100% of my financial asset portfolio. Actually, this is not updated. I mean the market price, but if ever there are changes, of course the cryptocurrencies, commodities, and global indices will go higher, and of course the Philippine stock market will also move higher because of the market evaluations. So I think that's it. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. Sometimes normally I just write whatever I do here in my own trading journal. But for scalping, yeah, of course, it's time consuming. So yeah, I did not post. So there, if you have other questions, yeah, I'll end this in 1 minute. What's this? Oh, so put this. So if you have other questions, guys, please feel free to ask. Else, I will end this um, live charting. So there you go, guys. See you again next time. Or, I mean, on Monday, same time, 9 p.m. GMT plus 8. So, yeah. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And happy trading.